Is God faithful to you?
Yes.
You know, when things are going so bad, you know, when things are going in the way that you don't expect, do you think the same thing, that God is faithful to you? When things are going in the way that you never expected, you want to have something and you don't have, or you're sick, you're in the bed right now, something is wrong, you want money, you don't have, you lost your family, you lost, you know, you don't have friends, you feel lonely. If there's anything bad going in your life, do you still feel the same thing? Do you still believe that God is faithful to you, no matter what you're going through? You know, one person said that, just imagine if you got into the car accident and you lose your legs, you lose your arms, you cannot walk anymore, you cannot touch anything. Maybe you lose your eyesight, you cannot see anything. At that moment, are you going to be able to worship Him? Are you going to be able to say, God, you're faithful, and God, you're so good all the time? Are you going to be able to say that at that moment? I don't think so. Why? Because when I think about myself, I think I won't be able to do that. Why? Because things, they're going on the way that I don't want them to go. Like, in the way that I never expected. And I will start blaming God and complaining. God, where are you? Why am I suffering? Why bad things happening to me? Why I don't see you? You say you're so good, you say you're so perfect, you're so wonderful, but why things are going in the way that I don't expect? I mean, maybe it's the same thing going on in your life right now. But it doesn't mean that God doesn't love you. It doesn't mean that God is not faithful. You know, when things are going in the way that you don't expect, it means God loves you so much and He wants you to understand. Even in the midst of trouble, the midst of depression, the midst of stress, in the midst that you cannot do anything, but He's still there next to you and He's still calling you that, hey, my son, my daughter, I love you so much and I'm here for you and I love you, unconditional love. He wants you to worship Him at that moment. Do you still gonna say, God, you're faithful, God, you're so good, God, you're so wonderful, God, you're so marvelous? I want to challenge you today. You know. And when I'm talking about this, it doesn't mean that I'm perfect. It doesn't mean that I'm holy, I'm a perfect guy. No, I'm not holy. I'm not perfect guy. I make a lot of mistakes. And that's why I'm worshiping God right now. That's why we're worshiping God right now. Not because we don't do mistakes. No, we do a lot of mistakes. But because God, He wants your heart. God, He wants our heart to worship Him. And once we do that in the midst of mistakes, in the midst of trouble, in the midst of disease, in the midst of sickness, when you do that, you know God is so happy. And He's going to heal you. And He's going to deliver you. So what you got to do? Just change your attitude. That God is not calling perfect people. He's not calling holy people. Jesus Christ, He didn't come for saints, but He came for sinners like me and you. I'm a sinner. And I need Jesus every single day. And I want to talk to Christians who are watching this video, because sometimes as a Christian we think like, no, I'm Christian already, I don't need Jesus anymore. I received Jesus 10 years ago, I don't need Him anymore. But you know what? We need Jesus as much as anybody else. Non-Christian, Christians, we all need Jesus. Everybody needs Jesus.